Alright, what's going on, guys? Beastars, Chapter 191. What if you're Melon-kun? From Class 2C. Let's get right into it. So we start off this chapter with Melon. He's asking a rhetorical question to Legoshi and Louis. He's like, so that's it then, right? We get rid of the back alley markets and carnivores and herbivores. Those distinctions don't exist anymore. Carnivores aren't going to eat herbivores. Herbivores aren't going to be scared of carnivores. Everything's going to be hunky-dory and tranquil. Of course, he's being a little facetious here. And he even goes as far as to lie on the ground in a very, suggestive position. I don't know how else to call it. And he's just kind of like stretching out and he's like, hey, what's that smell? Like, he's trying to emphasize the point that the carnivores will not be able to just get rid of their urges as easily as Legoshi thinks. It's going to be a lot harder, as noted by the fact that Legoshi attacked Haru very early on in the manga. Those feelings are just not going to go away. And if Legoshi thinks that he can control it within himself, there's still other carnivores out there who won't be able to control it so easily. They haven't gone through the same training. They don't have the same willpower as Legoshi. So it's going to happen at some point. And if they don't have a means to satiate their urges, you could have some bad outcomes. So, even though Melon is being flippant about the discussion, he does have a point. And I don't think it's easily reconciled just by saying, hey, we're all going to be hunky-dory and just hold hands. So, there's a little bit of truth in there. It's kind of like when you listen to like a crazy person. Yeah, maybe 95% of the stuff they say is crazy, but there's probably a little bit of truth in there. So, you just got to filter through that to find what actually matters and what actually is truthful. So, even though Melon is being very playful and he's not treating the matter appropriately, there is a little bit of truth in there. So I think we should at least listen to that. But of course, Legoshi's just like, you know what, Melon? You suck. Literally, that's what he says. And he goes on a little diatribe about how in the future, yes, maybe those incidents won't go away. However, if people start to have conversations with each other, they get to know each other a little more, it will dull their senses, and those incidents will start to go down. And then he starts to paint a picture of a future that will look brighter and will be more peaceful and better for carnivores and herbivores. But before he completes this little soliloquy, Melon pulls out a gun and he's like, Legoshi, this is not your story. And he's pointing the gun at himself. And now Melon is sort of reconfiguring himself as the victim of the story. He's like, all masterpieces end with death. So I don't know if he's trying to imply that maybe because him dying that no one really understands his plight, that he's like a misunderstood anti-hero, or I'm not really sure. But then he shoots himself and he's like, Legoshi, do you know why I carry 2 bullets? Because you need 2 bullets to kill a hybrid. And I had to ask myself here, I'm like, well, is this supposed to be, symbolic? Because, he has, 2 animal spirits within him. He has the carnivore mother spirit and the herbivore father spirit, and he has to shoot both spirits. Is that supposed to be symbolic? Or, it can't be literal, because, if you shoot someone in the heart, which is where it kind of looks like he shot himself, he should just die right on the spot, unless he intentionally missed just to make a point. Yeah, I'm not really sure, but he's like, look, I'm gonna kill myself right here and now. Legoshi's like, no, he's gonna try to stop him, and Melon warns him that if he does try to stop him, he will shoot Legoshi. This is where Louis kind of intervenes as well. He doesn't want to see Legoshi die. Legoshi's kind of pushing him off to the side, and he's like, look, I don't want to see anyone who I care about die anymore. And he's talking to Melon at this point. And then right as Legoshi's staring Melon right down in the face, we have a nice little juxtaposition where Legoshi is standing in the same position as his grandfather Gosha, as Gosha confronts Melon's dad. And, Melon's dad, he doesn't really want to hear what Gosha's saying. He's like, look, I'm his father. Even though I abandoned him, it's my responsibility to take care of him in the way that I see fit, so it's not really any of your business. Of course, Gosha is not really happy about this, but Yafia's like, look, let's just get out of here. Let's get to Legoshi. And then Gosha's like, yeah, I really want to see Legoshi right now. I hope he's safe. And Yafia's trying to reassure him, but right as they turn the corner, they see the gun. And then you got Gosha and Yafia. They're running towards Legoshi in the situation that's going on. Gosha yells out Legoshi's name. Legoshi gets out Grandpa. Louie's looking back. Legoshi's looking back. Yafia and Gosha are looking at the situation. And then we see Melon with a very maniacal, very evil look on his face. And then we hear a gunshot. And that's the end of the chapter. So who the heck did Melon shoot? Upon first glance, if I had to guess, I think it would be Gosha. Because if he was going to hurt Legoshi in some manner, that's the most important person in Legoshi's life. So if he kills Gosha, I could just see Legoshi going in a rage fit. And if Melon wants to prove a point to everyone, there's still a crowd around. There's all the gang members from the Inaragumi and the Shishigumi. If he wants to make a point that carnivores are evil creatures that give in to their instincts, he's going to shoot Gosha and then have Legoshi go into a rage fit where he attacks Melon and attempts to kill him. So that would be the most likely conclusion. However, maybe Paru is going to mislead us. I don't know if he would shoot Louie because, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Louie already made a sacrifice when he gave up his leg. Now, the other thing that was running through my mind at this point would be, what if he shot Yafia and sort of be exalted as a hero? Because a lot of people in the Black Market Alley do not like Yafia. He's been known as the Black Devil. So he might be seen as a hero if he were to extinguish him from the world. And let's say that Legoshi goes in a rage fit for Yafia's sake and ends up killing Melon, because Melon's already on death's doorstep. He already shot himself, so it wouldn't take much to kill him at this point. And even if Legoshi didn't kill him, if he just attacked him in a way and Melon just sort of expired due to blood loss from his own gunshot and it looked like Legoshi killed him, Melon could be seen as a martyr. They could be like, he killed the devil. He died for our sins. So who knows? So many possibilities running through my head right now, but absolutely fantastic chapter, guys. Very exciting. I feel like the Revenge of the Love Failure arc is almost complete. So tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me who you think is going to die, or if not die, get shot. And we'll see what happens next week. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.